Hey guys, this is Brian Mounts. I run turfmechanic.com in this channel, and today I want to answer a question, two questions that's kind of worded the same way. I get it all the time over on the website and here. How long do you water grass seed? Now there's two ways to look at this question. How long do you water grass seed on the ground per watering session, every single time you put the sprinkler on or use the hose on it? The second way of interpreting this question is how many days or weeks do you water grass seed like it's grass seed? When do you start switching over to a more regular watering pattern? What you see behind me is a very light green patch of grass, and then what I'm sitting on is a bit darker. Both of these grasses are exactly the same. They're just different ages. This grass that I'm sitting on right here was seeded in May of 2021, almost 6 months ago. It was overseeded in August with Kentucky bluegrass. The exact same grass seed was planted back here, but that is approximately 5 weeks old. It's a very young grass, and you can tell by the color. Now, when it comes to watering per session, watering time per session, it doesn't matter what grass seed you're talking about or what variety you're talking about. You don't want to water grass seed for very long on any one particular session. If you're watering it with a hose, you're actually putting quite a bit of water down on a very localized area quickly. So if you're watering just a small patch, let's say you're doing patch repair, you're not going to want to put the hose sprinkler nozzle on it for more than probably 5 to 10 seconds. Now, if you've got a sprinkler set out here and it's watering the whole area, this is about 100 square foot, then that's going to be a little bit longer because the same volume of water is traveling through the hose, but it's being dispersed on a bigger area. So you're going to be wanting to water that for a few minutes per session. Now, of course, the longer it takes, the less likely we are to wash seed away or start experiencing pooling of water. We don't want to put water down faster than it can absorb into the ground. If you're putting water onto grass seed on the ground and you see that the water is starting to pool in certain areas of the ground, then that means the grass seed is slowly starting to float up and it's moving. So every single time you water the lawn or water your grass seed, it moves around. It's not going to germinate well, if at all, under a scenario like that. You want to do it as slow as possible. Now, the other way to look at this question, how long do we water grass seed, has to do with the duration of days and weeks that we do. How long do we do this program of lots of little spritzes onto the seed to get them to germinate? For the cold season grass types, your Kentucky 31s, your turf type tall fescues, your Kentucky bluegrasses, your fine fescues, your perennial rye, under good soil conditions and good seedbed preparation, I would expect perennial rye to germinate in about 7 days. I would expect any of the fescues really to germinate around day 9, and I would expect Kentucky bluegrass to germinate around day 12. However, those are the earliest dates of germination. So by the time that you get solid coverage over the course of your seed bed, it's going to be a bit longer than that. So for perennial rye, when I planted this, I watered this grass seed as if nothing had germinated at all until day 14, even though I had good germination on day 6. For baby grass, that's what I would still call this, I am not watering this every day, but I am watering it every other day. By the time it gets even more mature, like this grass, 6 months old, I'll easily be able to revert into a 2 times a week watering schedule during the summer and a 1 time a week watering schedule during the spring and the fall. And for those of you that have pretty good germination already, this video right up here in the corner is about when to start mowing the lawn after that seed has germinated and started growing. Make sure to watch it. It's got expanded information on that next step to growing grass from seed.